Impossibility is a stone wall. Now, what do I mean by stone wall? Well, the laws of nature, the conclusions of natural science and mathematics, of course. Once it is proven to you, for example, that you're descended from the apes, it's no good pulling a long face. You must accept things as they are. Or when they...
no, skip down to?
Skip down to. There's nothing you can do about it, since twice 2 is mathematics. Just you try and refute it. If you don't mind, they'll shout at you, you can't fight it. This is twice 2 is 4. Nature doesn't ask for your permission. She's not concerned about your wishes or whether or not you care for her laws. You are obliged to accept her as she is, and consequently all her end results. That is a wall, etc., etc. Good heavens, what do the laws of nature and arithmetic have to do with me if, for some reason, I don't happen to like those laws, and that twice 2 is 4? Naturally, I shan't break through that wall with my forehead, if in fact I don't have the strength, but I won't capitulate simply because I'm confronted with a stone wall and don't have the strength to break through.
Okay. Would anyone want to venture to suggest, what is Dostoevsky trying to say there? Anyone have a hunch? Shannon?
Save time trying to understand and just accept.
Say that again?
Save time trying to understand and just accept.
Actually, I think he's saying just the reverse. What Dostoevsky seems to be saying here is there are some things in life which you know with absolute certainty. They're like twice 2 is 4. They have been demonstrated by the laws of science and mathematics. They can't be changed. They're as certain as the sunrise and the sunset. But even as we know that we can't change it, it can't be altered, he says what, Philip?
You won't capitulate.
We won't accept it. We don't accept it. So who can think of an obvious example which everybody in this room knows to be the case? It's as certain as twice 2 is 4. Bang your head against the wall as much as you try. You can't change it. But nonetheless, none of us, in our heart of hearts, none of us in our deepest souls, we're willing to accept it. What's the most obvious example?
Trump for the example.
What?
Trump
Trump is president? No.
I guess someone kind of said it out loud already, but death.
Very good. Who said it out loud? Yeah. It was you?
There was some consensus. I heard
I think it was the 10th grader.
Oh, we're not calling the freshman.
The freshman.
What's your name?
Theodore.
Theodore? Okay. As Theodore said, and we always need the voice of youth to bring some illumination to an otherwise mentally paralyzed crowd. Yes, it's death. As certain as we are of that fact, it's the laws of nature. It's like twice 2 is 4. There is a voice inside us that sometimes whispers and oftener screams, "Not me." Everybody else, maybe, or certainly, but not me. It's impossible to accept the fact that in 50 years from now, all of you in this room is going to be reduced to dust. Exactly. And I know I often I'm seized by the fact of my mortality at some time. Usually it's about 3 or 4 in the morning. And I get into this panic. It's when you're mentally tired and all your defense mechanisms have broken down, that's when it hits you hardest. Because the human consciousness is constructed like Star Trek's deflector shields. You have 10 deflector shields, and as you get more and more exhausted, one deflector shield goes down, then the next, until there are none left, and you can no longer be in denial. Me. And that's why I say, what is life? No, excuse me. What is depression if not life stripped of its illusions? Those deflector shields are the illusions. But says Dostoevsky, you know it, I know it, but it doesn't change at all the fact that we deny it. Reason cannot be more compelling on that point. There are 6 million years of proof that we're all going to go that way. I just fight it by saying, not me, they're going to invent a drug, and I go back to sleep.
But people who are terminally ill accept their deaths all the time. I've seen that. They stop resisting at a certain point. Maybe not everyone will, but I've seen people stop resisting that.
I agree with that. But I think you kind of proved the point that you have to be terminally ill before you accept it. Human beings in their normal, healthy condition will not. In my mother's case, it occurred 2 nights before she passed away. My brother told me she called up my nephew and said goodbye after fighting, resisting, and then died. But that's when you're already on the way out.